I'm Elise and welcome to My Cupcake Addiction, where today I'm going to be showing you how to make these gorgeous little no-bake watermelon ice cream bowls. I love how simple these are. These are perfect for summer and they're so easy. Let's get started. The things that you'll need to recreate your watermelon ice cream bowls, we've got some good quality strawberry ice cream. I've got some little water bombs or tiny little water balloons. I've got a small spoon and a large spoon, a spatula, a skewer. I've got some dark candy melts, and then I've got some that I've lightened. So to make those, I've used just green candy melts for the darker candy melt, and then I've used a combination of white chocolate and green candy melt, about a 50-50 ratio for that lighter green. I've got some pink food colouring, I've got some chocolate chips, a spare bowl, and I've also got a tray with some wax paper. The first thing you want to do is you want to take some of that lighter green candy melt, and we're going to put like 4 teaspoonfuls of it just resting on the top of your darker green, kind of evenly. So 1, 2, and then your third, and then 4. All right, so I want to take my first little water balloon that I've already blown up. Now I will mention here, you want to make sure that your candy melts are melted, but they're not hot anymore. So you want to let them sit on the bench for about 10 or 15 minutes once you've melted them to make sure that they're relatively close to room temperature so you don't pop your water balloons and end up with a chocolate explosion. Take your balloon now and just dip it straight in the center of your candy melts and give it a little twist, which is going to give it that really nice kind of watermelon skinny tight look. Place it straight down onto your baking paper, but don't push down too hard here, and that's going to give it a nice little foot so your watermelon doesn't roll around. Repeat that process with all of your watermelons, and you may need to add in a little bit more of that lighter green candy melt so that you continue to get that nice variation in colour. Place those into the fridge to set, and then you want to take your strawberry ice cream. So mine's been out softening on the bench for about half an hour or so it's nice and soft, but it's not completely runny. And I'm just going to scoop about half of that into a bowl. Because it's not quite pink enough for how pink I want it, I'm going to add a little bit of just pink food colouring and stir it through. A beautiful vibrant pink really offsets the green of your watermelon bowls. Grab your balloon bowls from the fridge, and they really shouldn't take too long to set, and then you want to take either a skewer or a toothpick and just pop the water balloon. Now when you pop those, you want to make sure that you take out all of that balloon membrane. It should peel out quite easily from the inside of your watermelon bowls. Do make sure you've got all traces of that water balloon out of your chocolate bowls to make sure that none of your guests are going to accidentally eat any. Because I've only done one thin layer of chocolate, I got a little hole in the bottom of each of my bowls when I pulled out that membrane. Don't worry, you just want to take a little spoonful more of your melted chocolate or melted candy melt and just spoon it in the base to create a little plug to make sure they're completely watertight. Take your beautiful bright pink ice cream, and I'm just spooning it in all the way up to the rim so that you've filled all 3 of your half watermelon bowls with that beautiful watermelon looking ice cream. And then it's as simple as just taking some of those little chocolate chips and positioning them around to look like watermelon seeds. Because these are round and they're not kind of that ovally shape of the seeds, I just took a skewer or a toothpick and just sort of pushed them in so they're kind of lying on their sides and you can only see sort of halves of them poking up and none of those little pointed tips. Those ones need to go back off into the freezer until that ice cream has completely reset. So there you've got your absolutely adorable, fully edible little ice cream watermelon bowls. I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. I hope that I'll see lots of these getting around. If you do make them, I'd love it if you'd share photos with me on either my Pinterest or my Twitter or my Facebook. I will leave links to them in the description box below. And as always, thanks very much for tuning in to My Cupcake Addiction.